All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting in the Christmas spirit. All right, so totally looking very good. This dress is Christmassy, right? Very Christmassy. I look like Mariah Carey or something, right? So very happy to be performing for you guys tonight. I do feel that my show is one of the world's best. Now, if you guys do not like my advertising, you do not like my modeling, or you do not like my original hits, or you do not like something about my channel, please watch the videos you do like. I have lots of everything pretty much. So, some people might not like it, I mean, not they'll like it, but they won't like some videos, right? So please have a favorite thing you like on my channel, where you're not really worried about it being, because you might be like, I like this one video, but I don't like this type of video, and she does a lot of these videos. So don't worry about that, just focus on the ones that you do like. It is, I have a lot of variety, and I've got a lot of each type of video. So maybe you're just like, I don't like the ones where she's talking about modeling because she's always saying how beautiful she is, and it's annoying or something, right? But I have lots of videos where I'm just singing. I don't mention my looks. I don't mention anything to do with that. And I know a lot of you like me, and you won't think anything of it. You won't be like, oh, she's mentioned this again. You won't be caring. And a lot of people like how I look, and I'm very fortunate because a lot of the compliments I get stem about my looks and are about my looks, and so people know I'm beautiful, so they say I'm beautiful, and they like those videos. Yes, but if that's not your favorite video of mine, please watch my other videos and subscribe to those videos, right? Like, I've got 22,000 videos, so there's plenty for you to watch that maybe you would actually like. So don't worry about the ones where you're just like, oh, I don't like this one, or this one's annoying, or whatever. Like, maybe you don't like my advertising because you heard it before, my channel's good, but you can watch the other videos. Now, for me, I watch what I like, right? And I like my videos. I watch my videos because I like them. So to me, it's not something I mean, for me, if it's a video, I don't even, well, for me, when I watch me perform, I'm not about what I'm saying really, or even singing sometimes. I'm just about the outfit and the hair and the look overall. So, I mean, maybe some of you guys are like that too. You're like, I didn't even know you talked about your looks. I didn't even know you said this about this. I had just been focusing on your hair and your look. I didn't even know you were saying those things. So sometimes people will focus on my look for that day because I have very many looks. I've got so many looks now, guys. 22,000 videos, all kinds of different looks. So I mean, when you're seeing my channel, you're seeing all these different looks from Mileena and Marco, and the outfits, and the glam, and the jock glam, and the intense beauty, and the handsomeness, and the total nature of everything on my channel. It's just over the over, over, over and above what other channels have. So I mean, um, like some people might be like, well, um, I like your channel, but I don't want to subscribe to it. And that's fair. If you watch my channel, I'm not going to be too concerned about whether you subscribe to it. But, if you want to subscribe to it, it does help. People see the number of subscribers. But, for me, and I'm always thinking to myself, I'm always like, why do I not have enough subscribers yet? I mean, I'm very happy with the ones that I got, and all my fans are loyal and great. But why don't I have in the millions? And I mean, it takes time. Sometimes you never get discovered. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find. Uh, so people might be like, this is a good channel, but they don't necessarily subscribe. So that's some of the reasons. But I'm just like, and maybe you experience the same thing. You're like, my channel is so good. Why is there not? Like, and I see other channels. Like, um, I see people with certain things in their channels, and I'm like, my channel is so good. But like I said, I'm more about what you guys want to do. So I want you guys to be, I want you guys to do what you want, right? So some people, the thing is, that's why I don't understand. Like, I always think it's because Milena's on my channel. Because I know people will have a hard time with Mileena sometimes. I don't consider it anything because I'm not even a trans person. I don't consider myself trans. I just consider myself liking Milena's performing because she's such a beautiful woman. I don't consider myself trans. But, I mean, Jeffree Star has millions and millions of subscribers. So that's not an issue. I mean, I can't see it being an issue. but I'm very jock-like and very handsome, so I think people might be taken aback by it. But I mean, for me, I don't do it because I like the feel of a dress or I like, and I don't think it should be that. I don't know. I don't think it shouldn't. It should. I don't think it should be a big deal. I think if I did like that, I was immersed into this whole transgender thing, and I was dating as a trans person. I should be still liked, but if people have qualms about that, then that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, there are some people that like Marco, and maybe they don't want. I mean, but the thing is, Jeffree Star has millions of subscribers. RuPaul has millions of subscribers. So that to me, like, I always think it's Mileena that's causing it. But I mean, that obviously that isn't the real deal because Mileena is one out of many trans that are, well, not trans, but one of many people that dress up as women that have many subscribers. So for me, I always think it's Mileena, but then I'm like, wait a minute, Jeffree Star has like 30 million subscribers. So now the good news is my channel is so good and so positive that people are very loyal to my channel. They like my channel. I'm very blessed. People are very supportive. They know I'm very good morally. They know I'm very good spiritually even, and they know I'm very good with my mind and my look and my talents. I mean, like for me, like if you had known my parents at all, you would know they were the humblest of people, and they were very nice, and they were not the kind of people that were corrupt or suffering because they were greedy and not that I'm saying those things are necessarily wrong. Sometimes they are okay, but some people are like that, and that happens. And they may not be doing it on purpose, or they may not be. I'm defending everything. I'm not going to just jump into that conclusion for some people, but when you are someone that had a really solid background, like I mean, the funny thing is, a lot of people that are very dramatic and have a lot of drama on their channels are people that get a lot of views. And I mean, I love drama too. Don't get me wrong, but then you can't say that either because Obama, Pastor President Obama, was like the nicest guy in the world. Like I feel like I'm very similar to his personality. We really believe in being kind, and we really believe in having a nice persona, being kind of like happy and having leaving a good example. Like Obama, I'm sure he's got lots of subscribers. I'm not even sure if he's got a channel or not, um, but like Obama is like the nicest guy ever, and he was president. I mean, some celebrities, I always talk about how nice I am and how friendly I am. Some celebrities are like so nice. You're just like, oh my God. But you don't see that really because you just see their videos and you don't know, but they seem so nice. You're like, Jennifer Lopez seems super nice, and Channing Tatum, I mean, I know Channing Tatum is very good looking, but he just seems like the nicest guy ever. I don't know what it is about him, but he always seems so nice. And then, like, Mariah Carey has that diva persona, but she seems like a nice girl. Naomi Campbell, like when you watch her performance, when you watch her filtered, no filter with Naomi Campbell, you watch it and you're like, she seems like such a sweetheart. You're just like, oh my God. And of course, these people have to get along with people. Their careers stem around being nice because they're kind of like in the spotlight. They're always with people. They have and well, I mean, not all of them do. Like some of them are very dramatic and very negative and very rude. But I mean, for the most part, you're working with people all day long. You gotta have sort of some kind of friendliness to you, otherwise people won't do what you want. And I mean, you can be mean if you want them to, but a lot of people really aren't. So, I mean, I'm just like, wow, some of them seem so nice, but. Like when Taylor Swift was talking about Ed Sheeran, it's just like refreshing, like Ed Sheeran seems so nice. And he really saved Taylor Swift's life. And Taylor Swift, as much as a success as she is, and as much as she seems very happy and has a lot, she goes through things, right? And she has a hard time sometimes, and people might not be as friendly to her. She had gone through a bad reputation thing with guys. People thought she was always leaving guys and dating guys quickly, and she had been like that. And so when people were so hard on her, it's like, what do you do? You're just like, how could you be so hard on Taylor Swift? Like, I'm sure a lot of other people can relate. Sometimes it's hard to get a long-term relationship. Sometimes it's hard to meet someone you like that's going to give back what you give to them. Sometimes it's hard to date when you're famous, when you're world famous and everybody loves you and you have paparazzi and all that. It can be hard sometimes. But she found love and she found Ed Sheeran who was very nice to her. So, I mean, for me, it really is. I'm competitive though. Like I'm not setting that aside, but I'm competitive. I'm very much like the person that's like, I have to have, um, I have to have the bigger numbers. I have to have the, the, the things in place to make me a bigger star than someone else. And for me, I've always been, whenever I apply for a job or do a job or whatever, I'm competitive that way too. But I'm always like, with YouTube, I'm very much like, I know my look is solid. I know I have a very solid look. I know I have very many talents. I know I'm very, very good. And I know that sometimes people that perform in Hollywood are not as good as I am. Like, and I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying I'm very, very good. So for me, it's just like, being competitive is just something that I tend to do because I know, when you compare yourself directly to people, you just know how good you are. I mean, I've been watching TV for a long time, and I just know that I'm very, very good. But I mean, yes. So setting that aside, I mean, that's just something that I've always had. I've always had that sort of, when I'm around people, I'm very lucky because I look so good. So people naturally want to compete with me, and I don't do anything sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I mean, I can't help it, but I look so good, or I'm very talented, so I do a lot of things. So people just naturally want to compete with me, and I'm very, for me, it's not something. I mean, I'm just a competitive person sometimes, but I mean, for the most part, when I meet with people and I'm outdoors, I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I'm not trying to. I mean, sometimes I am, but for the most part, I just get up, I relax, I sleep well, I have a good life. And and so when I'm doing something out in public, and some people are like, a lot of people really don't know how to react to me, and that just goes with the celebrity kind of look. But it's like, at the end of the day, we're all looking for, that kind of joy, that kind of thing that brings us happiness, the thing that really makes us feel good. And I mean, everybody wants to feel good. Everybody wants to have what they need. Everybody wants a good life. And I mean, when you're always someone that people have compared themselves to. And I mean, like for the most part, most people aren't like that, really. It's not like it's a big deal. And people are very, very nice to me. I'm very spoiled. I've been very good looking for all my life, pretty much. So I mean, whenever people aren't nice to me, I usually know it's because of jealousy or because they're maybe intimidated and they can't control what they're saying. So I mean, for me, I let it go. I'm always very friendly. I'm not worried about it. I understand. Like if you're around Channing Tatum, I'm sure you're not going to be like comfortable sometimes. Some people might be very shy around him. Some people might not be able to handle it. He's very good looking. So it's like when you have a person like that, and most people are comfortable, I would say, and most people know what to say. But sometimes people really don't. It's kind of like well, like Channing Tatum. If he was even me, like I'm very good looking, but I mean, maybe if I saw Channing Tatum, I'd be like, what do I say? I don't know. He's super rich, super successful, super famous. And here I am, even though I'm good looking and I have a small channel. So maybe I'd be like, oh no, I don't know what to say. But I mean, for the most part, all my recent friends have been very gorgeous. So I'm very spoiled that way. And I'm very lucky, and I don't take it for granted. And that's why I'm always about the outcast and wanting to support them. I mean, I do it on my channel because sometimes people have a harder time. And, I think if you have people that are always rude to you, or you have people that are always saying you're not good enough. I really want to be there for those people. And I mean, for me, it's kind of like, well, the people that are gorgeous and successful and rich and all that, and maybe even famous. Maybe some people are famous that I know, and then maybe they're like I can't tell them because he's not famous yet, but maybe they're famous or maybe they're. I always attract attention from people that are the best of people, in terms of their job and their looks and career. That doesn't mean they're the best, but it just means they're the best in what they do for work and how much money they make and how good they look and all that. So I've always been very lucky that way. I've always attracted that. So for me, um, it is something that I don't take for granted. Like I mean, I look this way because I had parents that gave me good genes. It's not because I had, and I mean, with my dad passing, you get older, you get more mature. Life is not all about this. It's not like I'm gonna be wanting to say everyone's jealous or everyone's this or that forever. But I mean, and I don't want to say that. I mean, for a lot of times I want to just be like, well, I gotta work with it. If someone's uncomfortable or insecure around me, then I gotta work with them, make sure they're happy, I don't want them to feel upset, and I gotta make sure they feel good. And my dad and mom were all about that, they really wanted people to feel good. My mom was very, very, very nice person, so when you see that and you're just like, yeah, that's the kind of person I want to be. But yeah, I mean, I understand that people might not know what to say to me. Some people really have a hard time, so. I mean, like when I see someone that's very gorgeous, they usually are very friendly to me, very nice to me, and it's like we've known each other all their lives. And some other people might be like, have a really hard time, and yet I am like, this just feels like family. So I mean, I'm very, very blessed that way, and I think people are very, and I'm like some of my fans, I'm like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous, like I cannot believe it, but I'm like that too. So when they're my fans, I'm sure some of my fans, like you guys, are like that, and you're just like, yes, I'm gorgeous too, and yes, you're gorgeous, and I love your channel, not because of how good you look sometimes, but because of how talented you are, or because it brings me joy, or it makes me feel good, or whatever. It's not all about looks sometimes, but I mean, for the most part, some people that are my fans, I'm like, holy, but they're watching because they like good-looking people and they're good-looking, and I mean, not all my fans are gorgeous, but I mean, a lot of my fans are great in their own way, and my fans are. I have the best fans in the world. I'm really lucky, and I'm the type of person that's not judgmental. So for me, even if you have nothing or you're nobody or whatever, I don't judge. I'm not like that because I understand that not everybody can be given the same things, and not everybody has the same things. So anyway, I'm very happy that you guys were with me through this grieving process. I'm feeling a lot better now, but it was very tough right away, obviously, because it just happened. But, I'm very upset by the whole situation. But, I mean, he lived a long life. He was very, he may not have been rich, but he had made people feel very happy. He had given a lot in terms of what he was a bit able to do. He was always able to help people and very nice. So he'd always done a great job for people, and he did a lot of jobs. Like he had his own business where he was a residential worker in construction, and he did a lot of jobs for free. And I mean, that was upsetting to me, but I mean, obviously it shows he's a very nice person. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. Totally enjoy. Bye now. Click that subscribe.